In the previous short film, we saw that there were some factors that played into what work was. And what we saw is if we doubled the distance, the amount of work doubled. And if we double the force, pulling 2 chairs at the same time, the amount of work also doubled. Which leads us to this formula that the work done is equal to the average force multiplied by the change in position or the displacement. So we call this the average force, denoted by the bar over top. And we have this displacement. So let's do some examples with this formula. So the example we'll consider is a base example. We have work that we want to calculate with a force of 1 Newton and a displacement of 1 meter. So we have our work is force, average force times the change in position, the displacement, and we have 1 times 1, which gives us 1. That's the work done. That's the amount, 1. Well, now let's double the displacement. Let's drag it twice as far. Work then is the average force times the displacement. And the average force is 1 Newton, and the displacement is 2. And we get a work equal to 2. So we doubled the displacement, we doubled the work. And that's what we said. If we double the distance or the displacement, the amount of work doubles. Now let's see example 3. Let's double the force. 2 newtons instead of 1 Newton. We're back to 1 meter. So work is the average force times the displacement. So we have 2 times the displacement of 1 gives us 2. So to get the same amount of work of 2, we could either double the distance or we could double the force. Let's consider example 3. Let's triple the force. Well, triple the force is 3. And the distance is 1, so we end up with a work of 3. So tripling the force is triple the work. Double the distance is double the work. And as we might suspect, tripling the displacement would triple the work. Or quintupling the distance will quintuple the work. Well, what happens if we make 2 changes? Let's triple the force and double the displacement. Work is the average force times the change in position. The force, which is now 3, and the displacement, which is 2, gives us 6. So tripling the force and doubling the distance compared to the original gives us 6 times the work. So we could now do something as simple as saying, well, what happens if there's 12 times the force and there's 3 times the distance? Well, you could see automatically it'll be 36 times as much.